Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about discrete probability distributions, and essentially it's all the possible outcomes uh, corresponding to their probabilities. And if you have a probability distribution, all of your probabilities need to add up to 1. Okay, now we're just going to jump right into this example. It says a magazine store recorded the number of magazines purchased by its customers in 1 week. So let's set this up. So we have X, and it says 23% of them bought 1, 38% bought 2, 21% bought 3, 13% bought 4, and then 5%. Okay, so so it wanted us to first state the possible values of X. And so since we only looked at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, those are the possible values of X. Now, part B, it says construct a probability table for X. I just did that. So that's what that looks like. And then C, graph the probability distribution. So they're going to have us graph it as like a bar diagram. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the X values. And then we're going to have like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and we almost get up to 0.4. So we'll go that high. Okay, 1 is about 23%. So it's going to go a little bit past the 2. 38 almost gets to the 4. 21 goes a tiny bit past the 2, but not as much as this one did. That's 13, so about there, and then 5 about there. Okay, so that's our plot. And then D says find the mode and median of X. Okay, so since our highest probability is 2, that's going to be our mode. Okay, now if we take our first probability and our second probability, we're going to add, we're going to start from the left and add until we get to 0.5. We basically want to find where the middle is. So if we do 23 plus 38, because remember the median is right in the middle, is what we're looking at. Okay, so that gets us to 61. So 50, so if we were like on a scale, this is kind of hard to explain actually. So up to here, 0.23, this is like, think of it as a bunch of ones. A bunch of people bought 1 magazine until we get to 23% of the people. Then, when we add 38 to that, we get to 0.61. And those are going to be 2s, 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 a bunch of 2s. And so if we look at where 0.5 is, which is halfway, that's definitely going to be a 2. And so that's kind of how we think of the median. And so the median is 2 as well. Okay, let's move on to the next one. It says show that P of X is equal to X cubed, or X squared, sorry. Where X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 is a valid, is a valid probability mass function. So essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to plug in each of these discrete values, get a number for that, add all those numbers together, and if they equal 1, then we've proven it. So we plug in a 1, we get 1 squared plus 1 over 34, and so that's 2 over 34. So I'll just circle that. Now I'm going to plug in a 2. So that's 4 plus 5, so that's 5 over 34. Plug in a 3. So that's 9 plus 1, so that's 10 over 34. And then we plug in a 4, 16, 17 over 34. So since we have the same denominators on all these, we can just add the top. So 17, 27, 32, 34. So if we add all those together, we get 34 over 34, which is 1. And so we've proven that that's true. If you need additional help, come to Math Lab. Until then, calculator.